Hey everyone, so I thought I would do a video today about my all-time favorite discontinued products. And this video is not to rub it in your face that these products aren't available anymore. It's to sort of raise awareness, to give you a heads up about products that I think were great that are no longer available. But the thing is, sometimes companies re-promote products. So if you know that they were great and you see them again, or if you shop at places like Dollar Tree, Big Lots, we have a local place in New England called Ocean State Job Lot. There's all kinds of stores out there that get closeouts of things that no longer exist. So if you shop at those kind of places, you might trip across one of these things, or there are also places online that you can buy things like allcosmeticswholesale.com and cherryculture.com. There's lots of websites out there that sell things that are discontinued. So I just wanted to give you a heads up about what my favorite things are, and I don't have all the things that are my favorites because when things would get to a certain age, if they were MAC, I would back to MAC them for their recycling program and get my free lipstick. Or if it was any kind of cream product and it was a few years old, I would throw it away once it would reach a certain age. But with powders, I don't worry about that so much. Powders are good for a long time, and even when they are old, it's very easy to sanitize them. You can just put some isopropyl alcohol in a spray bottle and spray some on the surface, or sometimes I just, you know, pour a tiny little bit right on the top, and I haven't had any problems doing that. So I usually keep my powder products pretty much forever, which probably isn't a good idea, but that's a decision that you have to make for yourself about, you know, when you're going to throw your makeup away. But like I said, creams and liquids I get kind of nervous about because that can really build up a lot of bacteria, and even though you can sanitize the surface of the thing, like with a lipstick, you could wipe it on a paper towel that has alcohol on it, but the bacteria has more of a tendency to permeate through the product when it's something like a lipstick, or worse yet, a lip gloss. Lip glosses I find really don't keep that long, but I'm not a big fan of lip glosses. I really don't use them that often, although I do have one on today. But anyways, I digress. So let's get right into it. These are my all-time favorite discontinued products that I still have in my collection to show you. So let's begin with eyeshadows. Okay, I have some palettes here to show you, and I also have a single eyeshadow. Let's start with the palettes. Let's start with what I'm wearing. I've had this palette for a long time, and when you see it, you're going to be able to tell. But this is Wet n Wild's Ultimate Expressions palette in Sandcastle. It's number 396. It even still has the price tag on it. But this is what it looks like. And it's lots and lots of pretty colors. Very, very pigmented. And it has a mirror built into this bottom piece here. It slides out, and there's a huge mirror in the back here. I'm not going to point it towards you because you might get a reflection from the sun. But yeah, this is a really pigmented palette, and this is what I'm wearing today. I have on, this is my highlight. This is what I have on my lids. This brown right here is what I put in the crease, and then this color I used a little bit underneath my eyes, and it's just a nice neutral palette because you get a nice assortment of light and darker colors. So That's one of my all-time favorites that's no longer available. Now, there was also a line of palettes from Wet n Wild that were exclusive to Walmart, and I just found a bunch of them at Dollar Tree recently, so you probably won't be able to find this Sandcastle palette, but you probably would be able to find the Walmart version. And I just did a video about this recently, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. But this was the Sandcastle version that was available at Walmart, and this is also a really great palette. You don't get as many colors, but they're very, very similar. It's sort of like a condensed version of that other one that I just showed you. And this is also called Sandcastle. And then this is Paradise Cove, and this is a smaller Walmart version of the original Paradise Cove palette that had more colors in it. That I don't own that, but I was very happy to get this version because I figured at least you know, I would get the condensed version of it. And these are some really pretty colors. There's a purple and a blue violet and a dark purple and a bright pink. And then the original 6-pan palettes that Wet n Wild did were absolutely fantastic. And this one is called Vanity. And this was a great neutrals palette, especially on this side right here. I really like those 3 colors right there. Not so much the gold, because I have a hard time with golds. They don't really look that great on me, but yeah, these 3 colors here are awesome. And apparently they have something going on. Some people have seen some of these palettes packaged with a mascara, and they're like in holiday gift sets right now. I think it was Rite Aid that some people had spotted them, so you could possibly find these as a holiday gift set. Another good one from that line is Lust, and this has got some great colors in it too. It's got some purples and it's got gray. This color up here is fantastic. This is a matte light pink, and if you've ever been on the hunt for a matte light pink, they're almost impossible to find. And then when you find them, usually they're not pigmented. So check that out. Isn't that unbelievable? I'll tell you, for a matte light pink, you probably won't find one any better than that. I mean, I have MAC eyeshadows that cannot compete with the quality of that. And then the one right next to it is sort of a cream color and is equally pigmented. And then the purples are gorgeous too. But I'm not going to swatch all these because then it would end up taking too long. Speaking of MAC eyeshadows, the last eyeshadow that I'm going to show you is a single eyeshadow from MAC. It is my all-time favorite MAC eyeshadow that was ever released. I actually bought 2 of them because when I used it for the first time, I ran back to the store and bought another one because I loved it so much. And I've got them both in this palette here, but let me show you the one that hasn't been used a ton, that's in better condition. This is Smoke and Diamonds, and it's a gray frosty type color, but it just has this dimension to it that, oh, I love it. You know what it kind of reminds me of, and this is not gonna sound very attractive, but it kind of reminds me of cigarette ashes, but much, much prettier. That's what it looks like swatched on my hand. I found my first one at a CCO, and then I ran back and bought another one the next day because I loved it so, so much. It was originally released in the Starflash collection, and the finish on it is Starflash Finish, which is a finish that they used to do with their eyeshadows. Then there was another collection of those released called Love That Look. So there's quite a few of those. I have a video, if you're interested in that, called my MAC Star Flash Finish eyeshadows, but it's a really terrific texture to it. It's just really, really pretty. My all-time favorite eyeshadow. Okay, next let's talk about nail polishes. My all-time favorite nail polishes that are no longer available are two nail polishes by OPI from the same collection. The collection was called Alice in Wonderland, and it was to promote the Alice in Wonderland movie with Johnny Depp. I love, love, love that movie. And the two polishes I'm going to show you are called Mad as a Hatter, and that's what that one looks like. And this is like a multicolored rainbow type glitter, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It has many, many colors in there.
It's 11 o'clock.
And the other one that I really love from that collection is Absolutely Alice, and this is like a bright blue with gold. So bright blue and gold, and it is so, so pretty. I remember when those came out, I was so determined that I was going to find them, and I looked everywhere and I couldn't find them, and I ended up finding them at this mall that I had never been to before, and it was at this little nail salon that sold OPI polishes, and I was like so excited about it that I couldn't even believe that I actually found them. But these are my all-time favorite nail polishes that I own that are discontinued. Okay, next I'm going to show you what I have on my cheeks today, and this is supposed to be a highlighter, but I wore it today as a blush. It is a bit much to use for a blush, but I guess it doesn't look too bad. But what this is MAC Mineralized Skinfinish in Petticoat. And this is what it looks like. And MAC does re-promote this from time to time, so if it ever comes out in another collection, and it's been out in several collections over the years, but if this ever comes out, if you like rose gold, you would go nuts over this, because let me swatch it for you so you can really get a good look at it. How gorgeous is that? Now you can just dab this on as a highlighter, or you can use it as a blush, but a little bit goes a long way with this, and it is just the most true rose gold I have ever seen in powder form. And like I said, I'm wearing it as a blush today. I was going to originally wear it as a highlighter, but then I was trying to figure out how I was going to coordinate that with a blush, and just decided to go ahead and use it as a blush. Speaking of blush, my all-time favorite blush that is now discontinued is by Milani. And I think a lot of you probably have this because it was very popular, and it's one of the products I feel that really launched awareness of Milani. And I think after this blush came out, people really started paying attention to this company. And this is a Milani Minerals blush, and it's called Voluminous. And this is a really pretty, I'm gonna say peachy coral blush. And that's what that looks like. It's just so pretty. If you like these types of colors, I really think you would like this blush, and you maybe could find it in one of those places that I was talking about earlier, you know, either a website or a store that gets closeouts, because this was quite popular for a long time. But it's just really pretty. Probably could have worn that as the blush with that Petticoat highlighter, but I wanted you to see what the Petticoat would look like when worn as a blush. Okay, next is lipstick. My all-time favorite discontinued lipstick that I still have, because don't forget, I said I had I had gotten rid of a lot of things that were older that I don't have anymore. So the one that I still have that is discontinued that I really like is a Maybelline Color Sensational lipstick in the color Pink Please. This is number 25. And this was not out very long at all, and they discontinued it. I don't know why, because it is the prettiest color. I'm wearing this on my lips today. I do have a gloss over it because this is a very dry formula. I think maybe that's what happened. I think maybe when these lipsticks first came out, they were a little dry, and I think they went back to the drawing board and maybe made them a little bit more, you know, moisture. They added a bit of moisture to it and reformulated them a little bit, and I think I would say that's probably why this isn't available anymore. Let me swatch it for you. But this is just the most gorgeous pink, and I was really happy to get a hold of this before it got pulled off the shelves, or before it sold down, or however they worked that, but just really pretty pink. So like I said, that lipstick is a little dry, so I can't really wear it just on its own. So what I did was I put a little bit of NARS Orgasm lip gloss on top of it because I thought that would be a nice complement to the lipstick. This is just like a peachy pink gloss by NARS, and this isn't discontinued, that's still available. So that is it, you guys. Those are my all-time favorite discontinued makeup items, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you saw something that interested you, keep it in the back of your mind, because you never know when you're going to trip across something like this. You just never know about these things, or you could actively look for it in a store or a website. So I'll let you go, and I'll see you next time. Bye.